Listen up, because I'm going to tell you something about the next 20 years that you should know. The prices of everything are insane right now. And there are a lot of people that think that housing is a bubble that's going to burst and that houses are overpriced. And I've been hearing a lot of comments on my videos about how, just the prices of houses right now are insane. But let me tell you something. That isn't going to come down anytime soon. This isn't a bubble. And let me tell you why. Right now, we all know there's inflation. And I've been paying attention to a lot of metrics and a lot of data. And one of the things that's very interesting is how the average age of building contractors used to be much younger. It used to be 28 to 34, I think, was the range of the average building contractor. And more young people have been getting out of the business. And right now, the average age of the average building contractor is, I believe it is now 38 to 46 or something like that, right? So the contractors that are building homes are getting older and older, and the younger people are not coming into the business. That means that there are fewer people building homes. On top of it, the cost of materials has skyrocketed in the last 3 years, which means it's no longer profitable to build homes, so there are fewer homes being built. All of the cheaper options for building homes or dropping homes on land, like mobile homes, manufactured homes, or even log cabins, all of those have gone skyrocket. So nobody can afford to put those in anymore. It used to be for $50,000-$60,000 you'd be done. You could put a mobile home in. Can't do it anymore. Now it's $120,000. It's doubled. All right. Now think about this, just the sheer math of this. Every baby that's being born would need a house to live in someday. And right now we are not building one house for every baby. And so however you want to figure the math, our population is outpacing our construction of new homes. Now, on top of it, there's a couple other things that are, driving this supply and demand imbalance. You've got Airbnb. Airbnb all by itself takes a large percentage of homes right out of the equation. These are homes that are sitting vacant and can no longer really be rented as typical rentals, and they're not being sold because now they're investment properties. You look around at the corporate buy-up of all the homes. There are corporations and smart investors and speculators that know exactly what I'm telling you right now is true. And right now the corporations are buying up all the homes, which is why the bidding wars are happening. Why? Because they're going to turn them into rentals. Because if you haven't noticed, there's also a rental crisis. So we have a human housing crisis in this country right now that is only going to get worse over the next 10 to 15 years. There's going to be a huge imbalance, which means prices are going to skyrocket for homes. No matter what you think the prices are right now, no matter how insane you think the housing prices are right now, it is going to double or triple in the next 10 to 15 years. And that's really crazy when you think about it, because everything else has been exploding. So how are we going to afford any of this stuff? I don't know the answer to these questions. But here's what I do know. I know that I'm very thankful that I bought my farm in New York in 2018, and it has already tripled in value. And I think it's going to triple again over the next 3 or 4 years. So if you're thinking about buying a home and you have the ability to buy a home, this is a great time to buy a home, because these prices aren't coming down. These values aren't coming down. And there isn't a housing crisis, or like a housing crash isn't coming anytime soon. I've been doing inspections for a lot of investors who are buying up homes to turn them into rentals. So the two things, kind of the double whammy that's going to happen, is that rentals are going to go through the roof. It's going to become more and more expensive to rent homes because it's going to become more in demand. This is how supply and demand works. When you have more demand than you have supply, prices go way up. So all I'm saying is the American dream is definitely getting further and further away from all of us. But if you have the ability to latch on to any of it right now, it really is a good time. And this is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen over the next decade. And please, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just passing on the information and the data that I've been reading and kind of my spidey sense of how this is all going to go. I'm not happy about it.